He said it's no secret?
He said it's no secret in the banking world. He said the Iraqi dinar is about to reinstate. He gave me the rate. I don't know if you want me to say it or not.
No. Well,
Any day has potential, but he said definitely before 2024. He said any day. He said, well, this is already, everything's done. He said, and he looked and he said, and there is a date. Now, he didn't say what it was, but he was very, very forthcoming. He said, it's no secret. This is about to happen. Go ahead, Mr. Frank.
This gentleman, I believe that, I mean, you went there to talk to your friend about the dinar. I mean, your friend is involved in the banking world. He knows what's going on. He was going to give you information. All of a sudden, he's called away from, to his job.
Yes.
You think that he would have said, "Look, just wait for me there at the hotel, and I'll be there tomorrow, and we'll do what we were going to do or whatever." But no, he's locked in wherever he's at, and all of a sudden,
he hasn't even responded since.
No, he's not going to.
Usually, it would always be, "Hey, I'm so sorry we missed our appointment. It's just went crickets."
He's not going to get back with you. He can't. But what I wanted to point out was that this individual that came into the jacuzzi where you were just minding your own business, I believe that to be a blessing from God.
And it was him and his wife. He was very credible. It was obvious he had been former special ops, a very well-built man, and very well-spoken, very educated, intelligent, and just, I mean, the thing that and it was interesting because he talked on about, he said there's a lot of bad things that are going to happen in the dollar world in the next couple months, and Americans aren't prepared. But he said if you have currencies, he said you're going to be okay. You're going to make it. You're going to be okay. He said it's a bad time. He said there's some things that he said, are very distressing. He said we just don't, we don't know where it's all going to end up. And his tenor was, wow, you mean you know all this stuff, you know all this information, and you've waited, all these years because, we said it's been 15 years coming together for us.
Yeah.
But the man and his wife seemed every bit as credible as Larry. And Larry, I wish I could tell who he is because the family would be like, oh, no, really?
I know.
It's a personal friend, and I'm gonna definitely hold his friendship very carefully. But he is probably the most credible person I know.
And both of these are in the banking industry. Both of these know exactly what's going on with the dinar.
Yes, on an hour-by-hour basis, yes.
That hour by hour is absolutely right. Well put, by the way, James 1. Hour by hour, I like that. Our fingers on the pulse of this monetary reform because of the hour by hour movements that are occurring. They had two powerful movements that I don't want to talk about, with the currency itself on some like Forex and other places. But listen, the first gentleman, did he tell you that Wells Fargo or what bank was setting up a bunch of booths? Because I've got so many booth stories.
No. We mentioned that in conversation. That was a contact about 4 or 5 weeks ago that I haven't talked much about to you.
Right.
I had texted you and we didn't have time to connect.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention it, but that was another. That was actually a wealth manager from Wells Fargo, and
wow,
there was some interesting.
I
can't give that to
No, that's another beautiful story. No, that's another beautiful story. But that's the point. It is no secret, and then I said in my title, it's no secret to anyone anymore. Yeah, but and it is slowly coming out. The two gentlemen are in powerful positions in the banking industry, and for them to talk so lackadaisically or so casually without any apprehension or like, well, maybe we shouldn't. No, everybody knows if you are a student of what's going on. Now, go ahead.
Even the girls at the desk where they buy and sell currency and is a very good place to purchase a bit if you have a little extra dollars, which is 7 hours away. But we have people that live close by if we need. Even their response and their mannerisms was, winky, winky, nod, nod. And it's very soon, very soon, smiles all around. And it just is a different than it was, 10 years ago.
Indeed. Yeah, it's a different attitude, no doubt. Now, as far as the rate goes, we're not going to mention it, but the gentleman, was it the gentleman in the jacuzzi or the first gentleman?
The gentleman in the jacuzzi
Yes.
gave the rate, and said person said, "Now wait, I have been on the understanding all along that it's coming out at 1-to-1, going on 4x, and then it's going to be floated to a cap." And he said, Iraq has waited way too long to do that.
Bingo.
He said, Iraq has to come out, and he gave the rate. And, I was just aghast. I'm like, whoa, really? And he said, they have wasted the whole year. He said they could have taken care of what they did in a very short period of time. But he said, there's no reason for it to have taken all year.
Yeah.
But that's his opinion, and that's just me speaking in my opinion. That's obvious.